And this day, 25 years ago, soldiers of the Indian Army braved the challenging terrain of Kargil as they reclaimed what was rightfully theirs. Hundreds of soldiers fought valiantly as they battled not just hostile enemies, but hostile terrain, and recaptured the mountain heights that was occupied by the Pakistani army over the winter months of 1998. Operation Vijay, launched in May 1999, finally culminated on July 26, 1999, over 2 months later, with India securing victory while also suffering significant casualties. Now, the country lost nearly 500 of its men in uniform. The stories of bravery and heroism of Captain Vikram Batra, Captain Anuj Nayar, Lieutenant Vijayan Thapar, and hundreds of unsung heroes from the war continue to inspire future generations. To commemorate the 25th anniversary of Operation Vijay, Prime Minister Modi will be in Dras today, where he will visit the Kargil War Memorial and pay tribute to the fallen soldiers. Now, following this, the Prime Minister will also carry out the first blast of the Shinkun La Tunnel Project virtually. The project aims to provide all-weather connectivity to Leh and will be the highest tunnel in the world once completed. It's not just a strategic asset that will contribute to the Army's efficient movement, the tunnel will also provide an economic push to the region. Now, to get us more, we're crossing over to my colleague Sahil, who joins us. He's actually joining us specifically from Dras. Sahil, good morning. It is Kargil Vijay Diwas. Of course, we're paying tribute to our fallen heroes. Tell us more about what we're going to be seeing today in terms of the events, the tributes, the homage that the nation is going to pay.
Well, the celebrations have already started here in Dras. Yesterday in the evening, we saw, in fact, army soldiers, the families of all those martyrs who laid down their lives for the nation here in Dras, lighting those lamps at Kargil War Memorial. But today, specifically, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Chief of Army Staff, and other top army officials will be visiting Dras. They will arrive at the Kargil War Memorial shortly. In fact, participate in the wreathing ceremony, pay homage to all those martyrs who laid down their lives for the nation, and for that security arrangements are in place. This Srinagar-Leh highway has been in fact shut for temporarily for time being, so that the movement on in this particular highway has been restricted for time being. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also interact with the families of all those martyrs who laid down their lives for the nation. He is also going to address the army jawans here in Dras to send out a message to all those who are trying to create disturbances in Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in the Jammu region. So whatever he speaks remains to be seen here at Dras, as he is scheduled to address the army jawans. Back to you.
All right, Sahil, thank you so much for joining us, telling us more about what is expected today. We'll continue to track the developments of the honor that is going to be given to the fallen heroes throughout the day. But right now, for more on Kargil Vijay Diwas, we give you a special report. Take a look.
As the sun rises over India today, it will shine the brightest high up in the mountains of Ladakh, a beautiful remote land that became a battlefield 25 years ago. A land that is soaked in the sacrifice of 674 men who fought against every odds, fought till their last breath, fought with everything they had for their flag and for their country. When they came home wrapped in the tricolour, a nation wept. It wept for Captain Vikram Batra. It wept for Captain Manoj Kumar Pandey. It wept for Captain Anuj Nayar, for Captain Hanifuddin, for Major Vivek Gupta, for Captain Vijayan Thapar, for Lieutenant Nongrum. They were men who in their death had become immortal. The war in the heights of Kargil began rather suddenly in the summer of 1999 after a local shepherd in search of his missing yak spotted intruders in camouflage. They turned out to be Pakistani army regulars who, disguised as Kashmiris, had crossed the line of control in the winter and occupied strategic heights. India had been backstabbed the 3-month-old Lahore Declaration was dead and the land of Ladakh came alive with the booms of the Bofors. It was called Operation Vijay. In the 3 months that followed, the Indian Army, with the help of the Indian Air Force, took back every inch, every bunker, every peak from the enemy. And in a moment of humanity, amidst this bloody, brutal war, it even honored the dead enemy, burying them in these cold heights because their own country refused to accept their bodies. These were professional soldiers respecting the sacrifice of enemy soldiers who had died fighting for their country. On July 26, 1999, the war officially came to an end. It is celebrated as Kargil Vijay Diwas. It is a day of not just victory, but a day when we remember and salute the men whose spirit still protects the heights of Kargil. Our flag up there flies, not because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of every fallen soldier who protected it.